Hello, my name is Lily, and today I'll be talking about why are teenagers of today so obsessed with themselves. It's a common idea that people of today are more worried about their appearance and what they own. That really brings up the question, why do teenagers get so attached to certain things, and why are young adults always yearning to have what is trending? People find that having higher value possessions make them seem more desirable and thus makes them feel better. And this is where the internet comes in, and this only fuels people's obsessions, as it only shows highlights of someone's lives. But it has been said this is out of habit and normal human nature to do this. But this can lead to people envying each other and other problems. Our society has hardwired us to view ourselves as never good enough, and then we need to constantly worry about our looks and what we wear. We're more worried if peers and random strangers will judge us for looking slightly different. So why do we do this? As mainstream media has made us feel insecure about ourselves. Teenagers are more worried about their self-appearance as it is part of growing up, and so to fill the big gap, they take images of themselves and measure their worth via likes and comments. This way of thinking is wrong, as we get hooked in trying to please the great wide web. And thus my speech comes to a close. Any questions?
You teenagers have got to have questions on that, surely.
I have a question. What is your opinions about teenagers as they're being so obsessed with themselves?
I think it's wrong that teenagers get so obsessed with themselves, but you can't really make someone not be obsessed with themselves, because they feel the need that they need to change, then they obviously will change. Because no matter how many times you try and tell them not to, they will anyway, because that's part of growing up. Yes, Lauren?
Why do you feel that other teenagers are obsessed with themselves?
Because I think they view themselves that they're never good enough, when they clearly are good enough themselves. But if the internet's constantly saying, oh yeah, you're not good enough, you need to change yourself, obviously they will, because they will listen.
Where do you think that comes from then?
I think it comes from adverts, videos, pop-ups, like pictures. People constantly strive to be better. When they can't be better, they feel bad.
Is there anything we can do about it?
I don't think there is anything you can do about it. It's only time until someone realises that wasn't really worth it, constantly spending so much money on makeup and clothes. Well, that's just my opinion.
Do you credit the World Wide Web with a link to the rise in mental health problems amongst
Yes.
young people? And what influence do you think it does have? What do you think we in schools can do about it?
I believe everyone's anonymous on the internet, so anyone can say anything that they want with no repercussions. And like, if you see like flashy images of someone on a social media platform looking really good, you're like, oh, I really want to look like that. But when you can't achieve that said look, you just feel worse for yourself, and it like obviously eats away at you because you can't strive to look like that certain person.
But we've always had films where we've seen celebrity and people looking their best before the internet. So why is it different? What's changed?
Because the internet's so vast and big, and there's so much like information and so much like media platforms that you can go on to look at these images. Of course, it's always been around. People have always wanted to change to make themselves look like their favourite idol or their favourite person. I don't really know. It's just the way it's always been.
Sure. Yeah. Any other questions? Right, Lily, thank you very much.
Thank you.